Slug, a small, slimy, slow-moving creature like a snail without a shell. I instantly regretted the kiss when his slimy lips felt like a slug on my face. Cystic, relating to or characterized by the development of cysts. The doctor explained that cystic conditions require careful medical monitoring. Fibrosis, the thickening and scarring of connective tissue, usually in an organ. Patients with cystic fibrosis often experience severe respiratory difficulties. Culinary, related to cooking or the kitchen. She moved to San Francisco to pursue her dreams in the culinary arts. Turmeric, a bright yellow spice used in cooking known for its bitter taste. The chef added a pinch of turmeric to give the curry a vibrant color. Pistachio, a pale green edible nut with a hard shell. He baked a wonderful dessert topped with crushed pistachio nuts. Contagious, spread from one person or organism to another by direct or indirect contact. Keep your distance because eye infections can be highly contagious. Smears, coarsely spreads a greasy or sticky substance over something. The messy toddler smears food all over his face during dinner. Kumquat, a small orange-like fruit with an edible sweet rind and acid pulp. She spent hours slicing fresh kumquat fruits for the pastry topping. Equinox, a high-end luxury fitness club chain. She met a handsome guy at the luxury Equinox gym and scheduled a date. Hideous, extremely ugly or unpleasant. She felt hideous and insecure after looking at the bad photos from last night. Vicariously, experienced in the imagination through the feelings or actions of another person. Since I rarely go out, I enjoy living vicariously through your dating stories. Transplant, a medical operation in which an organ or tissue is transplanted. The patient is currently waiting for a suitable donor for a lung transplant. Biopic, a biographical movie. If they ever make a biopic about my crazy life, I want a famous actress to play me. Eviscerating, criticizing or damaging something severely and destructively. Instead of eviscerating the new school policy, she tried to accept it. Ungovernable, impossible to control, rule, or govern. The rebellious teenager vowed to remain completely ungovernable by societal rules. Chowder, a rich soup typically containing fish, clams, and vegetables. They decided to open a seaside restaurant specializing in creamy clam chowder. Weirdos, people whose dress or behavior seems strange or eccentric. The city is famous for attracting creative weirdos who love alternative art. Pastries, baked goods made of dough, especially with flour, fat, and water. The culinary student specialized in making delicate French pastries like croissants. Unraveling, failing, collapsing, or disintegrating completely. Many citizens worry about the gradual unraveling of political stability in the region. Croissant, a flaky, crescent-shaped French pastry. He offered her a freshly baked croissant during their bakery breakfast. Curb, the edge of a sidewalk, used metaphorically to mean rejecting or casting someone aside. After all my hard work, the company just kicked me to the curb without warning. Gaslit, manipulated someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. She realized he gaslit her into believing that the entire argument was her fault. Felony, a crime, typically one involving violence, regarded as more serious than a misdemeanor. Hacking into a corporate database to steal private information is a federal felony. Rejection, the dismissing or refusing of a proposal, idea, or person. His fragile ego could not handle another romantic rejection from his crush. Founder, a person who establishes an organization, business, or tech company. He is a successful tech founder who launched a famous social media app in San Francisco. Irony, a state of affairs or an event that seems deliberately contrary to what one expects. The irony of the situation was that the fitness instructor fell asleep during gym class. Palpable, able to be touched or felt, or so intense as to seem almost tangible. The tension in the kitchen was palpable as the head chef inspected the dishes. Dogged, having or showing tenacity and grim persistence. Through dogged determination, she managed to master the difficult culinary techniques. Granulated, formed into grains or granules, typically referring to sugar. The recipe requires 2 cups of granulated sugar to sweeten the dough. Unhinged, mentally unbalanced, deranged, or highly eccentric. Her behavior last night was completely unhinged and shocked everyone at the party. Sacred, dedicated to a religious purpose or deserving veneration and respect. She regards her personal space as a sacred area where no one should disturb her. Deliberation, long and careful consideration or discussion. After much deliberation, the committee finally decided to accept the application. Sicko, a person who is mentally ill or perverted. Stop acting like a sicko by following people around secretly. Creeper, an unpleasant person who behaves in an unwanted, creepy, or stalking way. He was labeled a creeper because he kept listening to their private conversations. Esquire, a title appended to a lawyer's surname. The legal document was officially signed by Michelle Vance, Esquire. Accountability, the fact or condition of being accountable, responsibility. In modern dating, people demand more accountability instead of sudden ghosting. Lovelorn, unhappy because suffering from unrequited love. The podcast offers dating advice specifically tailored for lovelorn individuals. Hypothetically, by way of hypothesis, theoretically. If we're hypothetically speaking, what would you do if your date vanished without a text? Perils, serious and immediate dangers. She warned her friends about the various perils hidden within online dating apps. Mustard, a pungent yellow or brown paste made from mustard seeds. He loves to spread a thick layer of spicy mustard on his sandwich. Technically, according to the facts or exact meaning of something. Although he lived there for a year, technically he still feels like a stranger to the city. Astute, having or showing an ability to accurately assess situations or people. Her astute observations about corporate life helped her get promoted quickly. Nameplate, a plate inscribed with a person's name, attached to a door or desk. He proudly placed his new shiny metal nameplate on his corporate desk. Corporate, relating to a large company or business group. After years in the corporate world, she decided to open her own bakery. Perks, money, goods, or other benefits to which one is entitled as an employee. Free meals and gym memberships are great perks of working at a tech company. Humiliated, made to feel ashamed and foolish by injuring dignity and self-respect. He felt deeply humiliated when the chef criticized his dish in front of everyone. Janitorial, relating to the work of a janitor or caretaker. The kitchen staff is expected to handle basic janitorial duties after closing. Legendary, remarkable enough to be famous, very well known. San Francisco is home to legendary landmarks and historic stories. Suspense, a state or feeling of excited or anxious uncertainty about what may happen. Please tell me the secret recipe already because the suspense is killing me. Expats, people living outside their native country or state. The 2 Texas expats bonded over their shared love for traditional Southern food. Great. Shred food into small pieces by rubbing it against a serrated surface. The chef showed us how to grate frozen butter directly into the flour mixture. Flakier, tending to break into thin, small pieces, typically describing pastry. Using cold butter ensures that the baked croissants will turn out much flakier. Carnage, large-scale mess, destruction, or killing. The kitchen was a scene of total carnage after they tried to slice hundreds of fruits. Hazing, the imposition of strenuous, humiliating, or dangerous tasks as part of an initiation. The senior chef was just hazing the new intern by making her clean the floor twice. Existential, relating to human existence or existential dread. She sat by the window, overwhelmed by an existential crisis about her career choice. Dread, great fear or apprehension about something that may happen. A feeling of deep dread filled the student before the final culinary exam. Hipster, a person who follows the latest trends outside the cultural mainstream. The local hipster refused to visit the famous bridge because it was too mainstream. Mainstream, the ideas, attitudes, or activities regarded as conventional or normal. She prefers indie music over mainstream pop songs played on the radio. Squiggle, a short line whose shape twists or curves. The tour guide drove the bus down the famous Squiggle Street in San Francisco. Delectable, delicious, or highly pleasing. They served a delectable dessert made of fresh raspberries and sweet cream. Fritters, pieces of meat, vegetable, or fruit coated in batter and deep fried. The restaurant is famous for its crispy crab and sweet corn fritters. Jalapeno, a medium-sized hot green chili pepper. She added chopped jalapeno to give the sauce a spicy kick. Aioli, mayonnaise seasoned with garlic and other flavorings. The crispy fries were served with a delicious side of garlic aioli. Overlord, a person who has great power or authority over others, used humorously for a boss. I need to ask my corporate overlord before taking a vacation next week. Dreamier, more attractive, wonderful, or ideal. Her new boyfriend is even dreamier than the actors in romantic movies. Roulette, a gambling game or a situation with unpredictable risks. Jumping into a marriage without knowing each other well is like playing roulette. Suffice, be enough or adequate. I do not need a long explanation. A simple yes or no will suffice. Rigs, manages or conducts something unfairly or fixes outcomes in someone's favor. Sometimes it feels like fate rigs the outcomes to make us happy. Starstruck, experiencing great fascination or awe when seeing famous people. She became completely starstruck when the celebrity chef walked into the bakery. Soufflé, a light, spongy baked dish made with eggs, appearing fluffy. Making a perfect chocolate soufflé requires precise timing in the oven. Coulis, a thin fruit or vegetable puree used as a sauce. The chef decorated the plate with a vibrant red raspberry coulis. Frantic, conducted in a hurried, excited, and disorganized way. The kitchen staff made a frantic attempt to finish the orders before closing. Joggers, people who run at a steady, gentle pace for exercise. The beautiful waterfront area is always filled with active joggers in the morning. Preppy, relating to a neat, classic style of dress often associated with expensive schools. He wore a clean sweater and khaki pants, looking very preppy for his date. Flaccid, soft and hanging loosely, or lacking force and effectiveness. The business suffered a flaccid launch because they did not advertise enough. Intervention, an occasion when friends confront someone about a personal issue to help them. Her friends organized an intervention because they were worried about her dating choices. Chipmunk, a small, striped rodent, used to describe cheeks puffed with food. She stuffed her mouth with pastries, making her cheeks look like a chipmunk. Partake, join in or take part in an activity or eating. We would love for everyone to partake in the weekend celebration party.